late night lineup.
Hey there, stargazers. I'm James Albury, director of the Kika Silva Pla Planetarium in Gainesville, Florida.
And I'm Dean Regas, astronomer for the Cincinnati Observatory. We're here to help you find your way around the sky. We know that the stars of summer don't come out until late at night, but when you do get out there under the stars, you'll be rewarded with a major celestial lineup.
That's right, Dean. 2 planets and 2 stars will form a conga line in the southern sky.
Plus, the moon will salsa through the heavenly dance next week. Let's see your salsa, James. It's not too bad, not too bad.
And maybe, just maybe, you can catch a fading glimpse of the largest planet in the solar system before it waltzes off into the sunset.
Let's show you.
Okay, we have our sky set to any night this week at 10 p.m. facing west. Let's find our fading planet before it leaves the evening sky.
It may be fading, but it is still bright. I'm talking about the planet Jupiter, and you can see it just above the western horizon after sunset. Jupiter is still the brightest object in the nighttime sky right now, other than the moon.
In a few short weeks, from our view on Earth, Jupiter will pass behind the sun and disappear from our evening skies. And then, a few weeks later, it'll pop out in the morning skies just before sunrise.
Now let's get to the lineup.
We're facing south at 11 p.m. and it is Sunday, June 8th. Let's highlight the 4 brightest star-like objects.
Ooh, the moon is next to one of them.
On June 8th it is, but it'll move throughout the next week.
These 4 bright stars are actually 2 stars and 2 planets. From left to right, or east to west, they are Antares, the red star marking the heart of Scorpius the Scorpion.
Then comes the beautiful ringed planet Saturn.
The one next to the moon is Spica, the brightest star in the constellation Virgo the Maiden.
And last in line is the ruby red planet of war, Mars.
To keep them straight, remember they are lined up star, planet, star, planet. Antares is one of the largest stars in our corner of the galaxy. It is a red supergiant about 620 light years from Earth. If we put our sun next to Antares, I don't think our screen is big enough, but can you see that little dot? That is our star, the sun, next to the giant heart of the Scorpion, Antares.
Now, let's hop over to the next object in our lineup, beautiful, breathtaking Saturn. To the naked eye, Saturn looks like an ordinary yellow star. It's brighter than Antares, but not nearly as bright as Jupiter.
That's because Saturn is far from us, about twice as far as Jupiter. But when you look through even a modest telescope, then you can behold Saturn's glory. Ah, those rings. They're over 200,000 miles from tip to tip.
Saturn is huge, way bigger than the Earth. But compared to our Sun and Antares, it's a tiny gem in the vastness of space. You've probably been seeing Spica and Mars in the nighttime sky for the past 2 months. Back in April, they appeared much closer together, but now they're separated by almost 13 degrees.
Keep an eye on these two, because as June continues, Mars will again get closer and closer to Spica each night. And on the night of July 13th, Mars will be just a little over 1 degree from Spica.
And that's why this lineup this week is so special. With both Mars and Saturn wandering around, it won't last for long.
Speaking of wandering, what's the moon going to do this week?
Well, June 8th it'll be near Spica. On June 9th, it'll have shifted closer to Saturn. Then, on June 10th, the moon will be on the other side of Saturn, and June 11th, it will be above Antares.
So, as darkness falls this week, look for Jupiter in the western sky.
Later, after the rest of the stars pop out, look south for the conga line of stars and planets.
Remember that it goes star, planet,
Antares, Saturn, Spica, and Mars.
There's a lot to see this week when you
keep looking up.